Why is it that your shop fluctuates heavily in your sales? Some day you're getting a lot of sales and you barely spend anything on advertisement, and there's other days you're barely making anything. In fact, you might have spent more money on advertisement. What's going on, and what do you need to do to create consistency and stability within your sales? So make sure to keep watching to find out. Hi guys, my name is Vlad. I'm the owner of a top 1% store, and I've consulted many top 1% stores to help them improve their sales. So if you want to join in on this knowledge, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell notification to be notified on time-sensitive videos that I release all the time, because Etsy moves fast. Things are in trend, things change all the time. So you want to make sure you follow this channel so that if something important comes up, I'll make sure to notify you so that you can take advantage of that change or of the particular trend that is happening. So, and also if you like this video, make sure to like this video. And if you have anything, concerns or questions while watching this video, don't hesitate to write on the bottom, and I'll be sure to answer those questions if you do have any. All right, so what happens when your shop sells a lot on one day and barely nothing the next day? Now, my wife has a small Etsy shop. She doesn't want to grow it too big because she's a mom of two and she wants to spend more time with the kiddos. And so, but she occasionally likes to do some orders. So she likes to keep her order volume about 5 to 10 orders a day. It's a good day. And sometimes she only gets one order. So we had to look into what's going on there. So what happens, and if you've watched my previous videos, you know this, that sometimes when you sell on Etsy, the reason why there is fluctuation, because there are different types of days for your shops or for your sales. The one type of day is where customers are clicking on your listings. And that's the only type of traffic you're gonna get, is people that are looking from the search engine, from when they're typing in, say, baby onesies, or you can't use onesies, that's a trademark term which we found out, but let's just say baby bodysuits, personalized baby bodysuits. People are finding your shop that way, and if that's the only way they're gonna find your shop, that's gonna be your lowest sale day, right? If people are just finding you through the search engine, right? The next level up is if they're not only finding your search on organic, but they're also finding your listings through advertisement, right? You're coming across your advertisement listings. When you're advertising, it duplicates that same listings to two, right? Your organic one and your advertisement. So if they're coming across your listings twice, that gives you a better conversion rate. So that's the next step up. So if you're advertising, that's what you're gonna see. The third kind of the third level where you're gonna see a little bit more sales is when they've clicked on your listings, and the next day or 2 days after, the algorithm will reorganize their search engine, if they type in the same keywords that they did yesterday, well, now their results are going to be different based on the previous click. So if they've been clicking on your listings, whether it's organic or advertisement, they're now going to see more of your listings than your competitors, because the algorithm recognizes, like, hey, this person's been clicking on this shop a lot more than these shops. So the next day when they come in, or the next time they search, it's gonna reorganize it so that your listings pop up on top. And that's where you're gonna see a much bigger bump in your sales. Now, the fourth one, and this is a very important one, is they favored it, they clicked on it, they even looked around, they might even add to cart. And then when they come the next day or the second or the third day, guess what? Their results are going, not only are their results going to be full of your products, Etsy's going to remind them, like, hey, you looked at this stuff. Hey, you have this in your cart. Do you want to buy it? Would you be interested in it? So that's where you're going to get the most sales, right? And so oftentimes your shop will fluctuate in those periods. Sometimes you're only showing up on search engine as well as people that have clicked on your before, and that gives you kind of a middle ground, and you kind of want to keep those at a balanced level. Now, how do you do that? Well, there's many ways to do that. But before I go there, that's something you have to realize, that you have those cycles. Your shop will go through those cycles, and you need to recognize that when you have barely any sales, it doesn't mean you lost ranking, like, oh my goodness, nobody's buying my stuff, I must have jumped out, fell off the edge of the earth. No, it's because all of a sudden, people that have clicked on your stuff, they've already purchased. Now you have to get another cycle started, start to happen. And that's just something you have to accept, and something that you are going to have to, work through. And you're going to get more sales. And that's something you need to think about. Okay, throughout this week, what did I do this week? Not what am I doing this day? How good are my sales this day? But how how well did I sell this week in the past 7 days or past 30 days, right? Because that's going to give you a more realistic perspective on what you're doing in terms of sales. Now, how can you create that consistency? Well, it's very important that you go and you advertise, because when they're clicking on your stuff more often, the next time they come in, they're going to be more likely to see your stuff. So the more they click on your listings, the more they're going to see more of your listing next time they come. So you want to make sure that you do that. Now, advertising, you're thinking, I will waste money on advertisement. Now, if you go on your managed listings and then you look down on all the keywords, make sure you turn off any keywords that does not pertain to your listing, that does not pertain to what you're actually selling. Now, there's a different variation, different filtering of what you would want to do. If you want to go a little bit more aggressive and very kind of more penny pinching, and you're gonna get a higher conversion rate if you're only targeting the keywords that directly relate to your keyword. Like for example, when I sell dog collars, I could either advertise on things like dog collar, personalized dog collar, and personalized floral dog collar, right? Or I can do like dog bandana, because assuming that they have dogs and they're gonna come to my store through a listing, you know, they see a dog collar on the keyword dog bandana, then I'm saying, hey, I know they're not gonna buy it, but maybe there's a chance that they might click on my store and maybe buy a collar. Now it's gonna spend a lot more money, and I might have a lesser of a conversion rate, but I'm trying to attract those customers. So that's a strategy that I oftentimes use, and I'm not worrying too much about the conversion or how much money I'm spending. I'm more concerned about bringing traffic to my store. But if you wanna spend less, make sure that you turn off as many keywords that don't have anything to do with your listing. That will reduce your cost, and that will only advertise you on the keywords that are directly relevant or high click-through rates, keywords that are going to help you with those sales. So that way you spend less on advertisement. So when you advertise, like I said, you're duplicating your listing and you're getting a lot more traffic through the advertisement to come to your store, and so that now you have a balance of people coming back and people just being introduced to your listing, and it's keeping a lot more of a consistent basis. So advertise does make things more consistent. Another very good technique is to create an automatic coupon for people that have abandoned their cart, so that the coupon will be sent to them, so saying, hey, make sure to go and use this coupon to buy. It'll encourage people to come back and purchase that listing, and that's gonna get more activity back to those empty carts. Again, you wanna increase the activity on both, you know, coming back and researching and new listings. So now let's target the one where you need to have people see your listing. Make sure that you do your proper SEO so that you are ranking on proper keywords, along with the advertisement that we talked about, where you're only advertising on the listings that directly correlate to your listing. But you also have to make sure that your tags, your titles are accurate, so that you're ranking on the proper keywords, and you're also ranking on the keywords that have high volume traffic. Not high volume like selling on the keyword t-shirt, but maybe volume of, you know, be selling on bridesmaids t-shirts, because they have a high volume, not as high as the biggest volume, but they have sufficient enough to where you're going to have daily amount of searches for that keyword. Now, you will also see fluctuation with seasonal items. That's just something that you guys all know, but if you have a seasonal product, don't be surprised if at some of the seasons it dips down. But if you have non-seasonal, if it's throughout the year, really focus on your SEO. Really, you should do that on all the listings, but if you want to have consistency, SEO is going to be really big, because remember, you want to start showing up on keywords that have consistently high volume keywords or traffic, and then you want to make sure that they interact with your listings. And that's one way to keep consistency in your overall sales. So if you have any more ideas and tricks that you do to help consistency with your sales, make sure to comment on the bottom, help out the community. All right, if you found this video to be useful, make sure to like this video. And if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified on high level information or content on Etsy and how to scale your Etsy shop. And maybe in the future, I'll be talking about how to sell on Amazon Handmade. We've been killing it on Amazon Handmade. In fact, we now are selling more on Amazon Handmade with 2 listings than we do with 87 listings that I have. So if you want to know how I do that, make sure to subscribe, because I will start to release more and more videos on Amazon Handmade if you are interested. All right, I'll see you in the next video.